This is Sifu Freddie Lee here. I'm going to give you a dip exercise tutorial. Somebody left a message saying that when he's doing the dip exercise, which is this exercise right here, he feels like his chest is caving in. And my thoughts about that and basically the proper way to do the dip and my feedback on that. Now, when you're doing this dip exercise, it's working a lot on the chest muscles, it's working on the shoulders, it's working on the triceps. It's a very good overall upper body exercise. It's pretty much probably even more effective than the push-up. It's a very good exercise. Now, it does put a lot of pressure on the shoulders. So if your shoulders, if it lacks range of motion and you've hurt your shoulders doing certain shoulder exercises or the bench press, you may have a problem doing these dips. Now, as far as your chest caving in, recommendations is maybe to try different grips of the dip. Like this is set right here, but sometimes you could find locations at the part where you could try to grab it wider or even have it closer than the set standard right here. Alright, now the proper way to do the dip is to come at least 90 degrees, like right here. But to get an even better exercise is to go all the way down to here as much as you could go. That will also give you a good stretch and also allow you to get just the full maximum range of the dip exercise. Okay, now the chest caving in may be due to lack of flexibility, so you may have to stretch the upper body more, do a lot more arm stretches, like basically holding it across the neck for at least 30 seconds each arm, going behind the head at least 30 seconds each arm, doing some stretching like this, holding for that for at least 30 seconds, putting your arm against the wall and turning in this way to stretch out the arm this way and turning it this way. Also coming down like this and stretching. Alright, we need to get a lot of flexibility up on the upper body area. Alright, that's one thing that I recommend that you have to try to do. Another thing is to just kind of not like take your feet off the ground, but let your feet keep your feet on the floor and work on stretching it here, just allowing your body to drop down while you work on this flexibility right here. Okay, just coming down and flexing and basically allowing it to stretch while you come down, like stretching. Okay, you may have to ease yourself into the dip, like rather than coming completely off the ground. Maybe you might want to start just going on one leg like this and dipping with one leg while you get that good stretch and see how that feels. Okay, now when you get used to that, say that's a little bit too difficult, then you might just do both legs and just get used to that range of motion over and over again. You need to get used to this range of motion and see if you feel any pain. Once you get better at that, like I said, then you just go on one leg. Another thing you can do, this makes it a little bit harder than two legs, is putting your feet back here and then doing it from here and see how it feels from there. Alright, and then just take one leg out and work it that way. Alright, see if you feel the pain. Now, if you start to feel the pain, what you might want to try to do is don't go down all the way, just go down over here, like a 90 degrees with your arms, and then back up, and see how that feels. Alright, so you might not be able to go full range. You might have to stop at the 90 degrees. If you still feel pain there, then just come down halfway and see how that feels. Like experiment with the range of motion to see when the pain is starting to escalate, and then stop at where the pain escalates and just start working at that range where you feel comfortable. So you might be doing dips like this, and that feels okay. So you just stick with that for now. And then until you build up to get full range, then you go all the way down. Okay? So that's full range. This may be the midpoint. And then you could just kind of do like very short range dips. Okay, so you got those 3 different ranges to work with and see when the pain is, you starting to feel the pain. I recommend you gotta stretch more, stretch that upper body more. Other things that I do recommend is like modified dips to see if you feel the pain over here when you do it this way. Have your feet out like this and just come down until you touch your butt and then back up. Okay, you can also, to make it harder, lift one leg up and do the same thing. To make it easier, bend your feet like this until you touch your butt. Now try to perfect the modified dip before you get into the full dip. Alright? And like I said, experiment with the different levels. The full range, the mid-range, or just the basic, very little bend. Okay? And see how your chest is feeling. Alright? You may have to build up the flexibility, you know, just stretching a lot and building the muscles so basically you don't feel that pain. You know, it brings in a lot of muscles from the shoulders and a lot from the chest. Alright? And just basically also putting your feet on the ground and just working that flexibility. And just let your legs do the work while you stretch. Okay? And then you can also come down here and just like hold it while you get your feet off the ground. While you get that good stretch. Okay, so that's my recommendation on that. And just get in tune with your body and find out what's best for your body. You know, you may have to do a lot of stretching to get rid of that pain. Okay?